guys, Trying Games here, and welcome back. It's been a little bit of a while, but we are here now, and we are going to be discussing the medical posts of what Nelson could possibly want in in Unturned 2, and possibly, if you guys want, I could read some of the more popular links or attachments about other people's suggestions. The general thought. Well, so far, what do I think of Unturned's current healing system? I think it's like a bit basic, kind of. Like you break your bone, get 2 metal, you immediately have a splint. If you literally get shot in the head by a Timberwolf wearing like the max armor, you just apply on a little bit of a rag, and then you seem to be fine. So it's just kind of like that sort of heal thing, but no sort of like side effects exactly. But let's see what he really wants in Unturned 2. So for the yes, it's down but not out revivable state, past the current certain damage threshold, also useful for a knockout state. So obviously that's like in term of like a team sort of thing. So you'll get shot, then if you reach a certain health point, you'll get down, which means you cannot use any of your weapons, but you basically get like a second chance to get revived by a teammate when the threat has been eliminated. Pain impacting senses and providing proper use of pain medications, screen shaking, grayscale, muffled audio, vignetti, I don't know. But makes sense because we kind of have that where like if you get down to like a lower health, everything becomes slightly darker, grayscale basically. But now he wants to add more sort of impactful things. So we have screen shaking and grayscaling, but the muffled audio, and I'm not sure what this is. I'm not going to make any guesses. Then bleeding various stages, minor. I'm like makeshift stitches. That's something new. Like it should be like an immediate like on-site sort of thing. Like if you get like a deep like hit deep with like a sniper rifle, then it should be like the makeshift like stitches should be able to sew that up quickly to hold in like anything. Like to hold in like just like make sure you don't bleed out enough, and then you apply a bandage to it, but it shouldn't last for like that long because it's makeshift. Like either it should be like actual stitches or military grade stitches, but we'll find out. Then there's fractured bones in various stages, which mean because usually right now in Unturned, if you break your legs or whatnot, it's just broken. Like you can only walk, you can't jump, you can't run, you can crouch up and down, but that's pretty much it. Yeah, and then infection from non-sterilized medical equipment. I don't know about that one because that seems a bit too detailed in a sense. Like it could work, but it just seems a bit too complicated because like what are you gonna do, like wash the medical supplies? I mean, you're in an apocalypse, so turn to a zombie if the plague goes untreated. That'd be like an interesting sort of like death scene. He even mentioned this like earlier in his and what he kind of wanted to do in his like later dev blogs, where he liked the idea of you turning to a zombie, and your zombie has all your gear with you. So then weapons with different damage types will interact with different types of armor. Bruising was brought up as an interesting side effect of this. I read his armor post just a tiny bit, and he said that it could be possible to have like an anti-stab armor, which means like if someone tries to stab, it won't go through like a riot armor piece, something like that, which could do with bruising, but I don't think bruising would be too much. or too impactful or something. Flinch from pain. We kind of have that. When you get shot, you can have like a very quick vision turn and whatnot. Portioning supplies, storage of medical items within medkits. So I do like the idea of portioning. Like even that could even be divided into all sorts of things, such as possible food. Like food would be an interesting one. Like instead of eating the entire bag of chips, you could eat half of it and whatnot. Then for the last one, there's nausea, withdrawal, and overdose from dangerous drugs and spoiled supplies. Now I'm not exactly on board with the spoiled supplies, but you guys can tell me what you think. Yeah, and then for maybe limb regional healing. Left arm's broken or bleeding, has pros and cons. Like this seems like a Tarkov thing to it, where each of your body parts has a sort a health, and if it drops down, I guess you can't use it anymore, or it's less efficient. Tweezers are surgical utensils to remove foreign objects like bullets. Now that would seem a bit detailed, you're just on the battlefield and just taking bullets out of your leg or something like that. I don't know. Skills helping recognize certain conditions. Now that could be interesting, a doctor skill, a doctor skill, if you can't identify a certain infection and what medicine to use and stuff. And if you use the wrong medicine, it has side effects nausea, you throw up, then you lose food and whatnot. Now we're getting down to the nose. There is depression. Now I definitely agree with Nelson on this, because imagine completing a huge raid, and then all of a sudden your character's hey, I'm very sad, and then just instantly dies. Morality, not really. Insanity, it doesn't I don't even think I don't even think that many games even utilize that sort of thing. So because it's not usually something you expect. But yeah, that is what I have today. Thank you for watching, and bye.